For a woman, it is just obscenely resource intensive to have a child, from 9 months of having to carry that child to then having to take care of it after it's born, to this, years long period where it has to be cared for just constantly. Whereas for the guy, it's very low, right? So there's low investment. It's basically whatever the biological cost of the semen is. And that's it. And so you would expect from an evolutionary standpoint that you would get into this sort of fascinating coevolution, to be sure, but that they would go in opposite directions, that women are going to be tuned to what I've heard referred to as a sort of detective mode, like you said, of being able to see, is this guy going to be loyal? Are they going to be there? Are they going to help me raise this child? What are ways that you see that play out differently in men and women that give you hints to our evolutionary past?
What you've just laid out is the standard evolutionary argument, which applies to any species. And it's due to Robert Trivers, to Bill Hamilton, to R.A. Fisher, in various forms. And so it's the economic imbalance between the sexes, where the female sex is the economically valuable sex, the scarce resource, because, as you say, the female makes a tremendous investment, especially in mammals. But it starts off with the fact that eggs are bigger than sperms, and from that, much else follows, including in mammals the fact that females are invested in prolonged pregnancy and then lactation and so on, which males do not have to pay that cost. And so it is possible for males to distribute their genes among lots of females and get away with it, but so that there is potentially a selection pressure on males to become promiscuous, which there isn't in females. So because the female doesn't benefit, once she's pregnant, there's no further benefit in mating with anybody, and so on. I mean, it's all pretty obvious stuff. And Trivers develops the theory in a very sophisticated way. And you've just applied it to humans. And it seems to me entirely sensible that there seems to be no reason why you should not apply it to humans if you want to. You get into political trouble if you do. And there's a kind of standard sociological response, which is the blank slate. The view that humans come into the world knowing nothing, and there's everything about them, everything about us comes in through the environment, through education and imitation and so on.